Here to say a big thank you to the Who You Know Job Networking Show. Mark, Trevor, and Foster are doing such great work, and job seekers everywhere are getting great benefit from it.
I was invited to participate in the Career Transition Summit, and it is put on by the Who You Know Network. Within a couple of hours, learned a ton of tricks.
Hey, I just want to give a shout out to the Who You Know show. Those guys are fantastic. Trevor, Mark, Foster, they're all amazing guys, and they have an amazing organization that helps unemployed people like me find a job.
I was really discouraged, I was really depressed, but then I discovered the Who You Know Show community, and this has given me so much encouragement, so much hope.
I attended the Career Transition Summit and got a few new tips that really helped and energized me. And now I have an offer letter.
They have really great guests that come on the show that give really great tips for job seekers, and honestly, a lot of those tips should apply to people who are working.
Who You Know team introduced me to the Bomb Bomb video, which is what I'm recording right now. It's a really great tool that will help you get noticed by recruiters and hiring managers.
Just really encouragement to others for what the Who You Know show and Trevor and Mark and Foster, what they've done for me.
Welcome to the Who You Know Job Networking Show, where what you know is important, but
who y'all know?
Who you know? Who you know can make all the difference. All the difference in your job search. Oh man, what did y'all think about that testimonial video? I want to just say a special thank you to everybody. Dan Irvin. We had Erica McCollum.
Lauren Hullen.
Yeah. Hulin.
We messed her up.
No, that's me.
Trevor,
you know, I can't.
Trevor with names.
Yeah, I'm not good. But guys, I want to just say a special Ken Lehman. Special shout out to all of you guys. Craig Fisher, man, thank you for sending in those testimonials. We really do appreciate that. Thank you again. So, guys, we got a really, really great show for you. Before we do anything, let's go straight to the audience. Let's see who we got here. Let's give some shout-outs.
Patricia Bashy said the pink chair's back.
Oh, yeah.
Pink chair's back, yep.
That's
welcome back to Dallas, Lisa Lowry. Welcome back.
Hey.
Oh, Lisa's back.
Back from,
Lisa, you back?
I can't remember where she went,
Where's
Colorado? But she's back. So I saw Meg Rose, our hype woman, hype lady.
Right.
Hype
Our
lady.
Flavor Flav.
Hype lady. Thank you as always, Meg Rose, for taking care of our comments.
Steve, what's going on, Steve? We got Sam, Courtney, how are you? Joe, what's up, Joe? Joe Amadio. Chuck Vanderweel, what's up, Chuck?
Hey, Chuck.
Hey, Chuck. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck?
Wow.
Oh, man.
If a woodchuck.
I knew it was coming.
Could Chuck wood?
I knew it was
Chuck, they don't have a thumbs down, but you can do it. That's right.
No, let's see some light bulbs. I really want to know how much wood could a woodchuck chuck.
Yo, Joe.
That's awesome. Guys, we appreciate you. Thanks for tuning in today. We got a great show for you today. We've got two very special guests with us. In the studio, we've got Carla Davie, how are you?
I'm great, thank you.
So excited to have you here.
Why am I the only one clapping?
Oh, you're
I'm the only one clapping.
Like slow clap?
Be doing this.
Slow clap?
Slow clap.
Carla, we're excited to have you here with us. We'll get to you in a second. She's a talent acquisition manager at
Slalom. That's right.
You know I can't read.
Yep, Slalom.
That's what Mark here to help you mess it up.
So, Carla, we're excited to have you here. We also have Scott. He's online with us. We'll get to him in a second. Scott Ferguson, he's the host of the Time to Shine Today podcast.
I like it.
Super excited. I was actually on his show today, so how cool is that? Mm-hmm. We got to do a little collaboration.
Yeah.
So, very cool.
That was first thing this morning, right?
Yep, one of the first things.
Show day for everybody, boy, I tell you.
Before we get to all that, though, all the fun stuff.
Right.
Let's get serious for a second. Mark,
Yep.
Will you bless this show
right.
with a prayer for the listeners?
Yeah. All right. Everybody, please bow with me, and we'll say a few words. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you so much for just the blessings of the day and for the friendships that we have with those gathered here. Thank you for the network, this network, the Career Transition Network, and all the folks that are in their search, trying to get landed to their next successful position. Pray that you would help us to give them hope, give them inspiration, hopefully some things that they can apply to their search. Pray that you would be with those that are hurting. There's a lot of folks out there right now that are down to the wire. Maybe it's finances, emotions, just the stresses that all this can bring. I want to lift up David Mundy in particular. He's gotten in touch with us, and I know Trevor informed me I've yet to have the conversation with him, but he is dealing with some medical issues that you just, if you can, just put your hands upon him, just bless him, heal him, and be with us and bless this conversation. Be with those of us that can't be here, but that normally join. In your name we pray.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. David, we're thinking about you. We're praying for you, man. We love you.
Well, we do, David.
We do, absolutely. So, all right. So we got some things to be excited about.
Yep.
Let's go to the landing. So, big special round of applause. Let's see some hands on LinkedIn for
Who we got?
Phil Farrar.
Phil Farrar.
Phil Farrar. Woo! Yeah. Okay, that was a little much. A little much. I got a loud clap, y'all. Just want y'all to know.
Oh, yeah.
No, that was weak.
Yeah.
That was weak. I don't know.
That was.
All right. Yeah, Phil Farrar, he sent in an email to me and let me know he landed. We're super excited about that. Mark,
great.
you had mentioned somebody else that had landed recently.
Yes. Let me pull it up.
That's okay. While you're doing that.
Bill Lewis.
Oh, who is it?
Was it Bill Lewis?
Bill Lewis?
Yeah.
Bill Lewis. Round of applause,
Yep.
Bill Lewis.
Hey, Bill.
Bill. Guys, it's super important. When you land your next career, when you land that next success, send in that email to thewhoyouknowshow@gmail.com, and we'd love to give you a shout out and celebrate with you. This is awesome news, right?
And Jennifer Flowers in Idaho.
Yay.
Hey, there we go.
All right.
Amazing. All right, so events. We've got a lot of things going on. Matter of fact, Foster, you just did the Career Launch 2020. How was that?
That was really fun. That was 4 hours of action-packed stuff. We had a number of speakers. Craig was with us.
Craig?
As a matter of fact, Craig. I know you're looking, Craig.
Craig.
Hey, Craig.
So I know y'all watch Friday. Craig.
I don't think most
No, they haven't watched Friday.
Probably
Okay,
not.
y'all don't watch this.
Some of you guys know what time it is.
This is a faith-based show. Okay, we can't watch.
Yeah.
We can't watch that movie. Sorry, y'all. We like
Craig
to have
was
fun.
on, and
Bye, Felicia.
and how many people attended? Was it?
We off and on, I don't know. Nina's going to tell me later. She's
Okay.
going to tally it all up. But we had 4 hours. We were on for 4 hours. I
4
know y'all
hours.
tired
Wow.
of me.
Yeah.
And so we had a good time. It was people from all over the nation.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Really
That's how I found out
cool.
about Jennifer.
Yeah, really cool thing. Great program. So y'all go check it out. Do we know when the next date for that is? I don't think we know yet.
There's a national show. There's going to be a national show this month, July 28th, 27th, 28th. I'll be letting you guys know. You know I will.
We'll get that info out
Yeah.
to you guys. We'll make sure that you can plug into that.
That's great.
International show, I mean.
Couple other events that are going on.
Hey.
Of course.
Holden, can you hear me yet?
Who You Know Summit, right? That's where we're going to teach you every Monday, 1 to 3. Did I say that right?
Yes.
1 to 3.
1 p.m.
Can
to
hear
3
me?
p.m.
I don't even
Central time, because we have a lot of people joining from all over the country. So Central Standard Time.
Yeah, I don't even know what day it is.
CST.
1 to 3. Yeah. Guys, go to whoyouknow.show.
Yes.
Right.
Right? That's the website.
You can
Whoyouknow.show.
register under events.
And-
There you go.
Yeah, and in the events section, you're going to find a couple things. One is for the summit. We want you to come out so I can show you. You heard all those testimonials. We want to show you how to rehumanize the job search. We want to show you how to get the attention that you deserve. Okay, you deserve the attention from the recruiters and the hiring managers. And shame on them for ignoring you, okay?
Yeah.
And ghosting you, okay? So we we got to get that attention, and we're going to teach you how to do that in the summit. We also have the Job Resource Management Series, webinar number 2 is going to be on July 21st. And that's where I'm going to be talking about LinkedIn fundamentals and content strategy. So I'm going to dive deep. We're going to teach you how to use LinkedIn and how to get noticed in that one. So,
Yeah. Let us know where you guys are from. Also on the chat, let us know where you guys are from. Because if you're in Canada, if you're in the UK, and all this kind of stuff, we want to know.
Africa, New Zealand, right? We've had people
Africa, New
in the
Zealand,
network.
right?
100%. Hey, Holden, can you play the Waldorf number 1?
Spending extra time at home, perfecting kitchen skills, learning a new language? What about your education? At Waldorf University, we're offering 25% off your first online course. It's your time. It's your future. Start today.
All All right, guys, y'all need to go check out Waldorf University if you're looking to, further your career with education. You need to brush up on some skills. Go check them out. They're actually sponsoring the Job Resource Management series that I'm doing. So again, that next event is July 21st. You can go to our website and check that out. Let's go to the tip of the week real quick. Here's my tip of the week for you. I see a lot of people posting on LinkedIn, right? A lot of people are posting content, which is great. You need to be doing this. Now, I see it done the wrong way, okay? There's something that the algorithm doesn't really care too much for, and that's external links, okay? Don't post an external link. So what I mean by an external link is, let's say you want to share a YouTube video or an article that's on someone else's website or even our website. Don't put the link to that website or that video in the copy of the post, okay? The reason is because you're basically sending people off of LinkedIn. When they hit that link, you're sending them to YouTube, you're sending them to Facebook, you're sending them to our website, right? So LinkedIn, the algorithm does not like that very much. You might as well be going into Walmart and screaming at the top of your lungs that there's a sale at Target, right? That's what you're doing. You're sending people away, right? And so the algorithm does not like external links. So here's what you do. We still want to share information. We still want to share stuff, right? So how you do it is that you put the link in the comments. You want to be the very first comment on your own post, okay?
Yeah.
So put the link in the comments, and in your copy you say, hey, the link is down below. It's down in the comments. There's also another strategy, which is called the copy, post, edit, okay? So what you're going to do here on this strategy is you're going to go ahead and write your copy. Do not add the link. Post it. Wait about 10 minutes. Edit it, and put your link in.
Oh.
Okay? Let it get through the algorithm a little bit. Let it start organically going. Edit it later, and put your link in. So that's just a couple of strategies because you'll notice if you go look at any of your content, go look at it. Go look at your own content. Anything that has a link in it, you're going to get like 1 or 2 likes, and that's it. The algorithm will not show it to that many people. They're docking you because you're sending people away.
I don't know if Al Gore has much rhythm anyway.
Oh wow!
You know,
oh wow!
So
dude.
just putting that out there.
That was a bad dad joke. I'm just saying that was bad.
We can do dad.
Like we have mic drop moments, and then we have mic take.
We should throw it up.
Take his mic.
You take my mic away.
Alicia and Betty from last week's show. If you guys are watching, hello.
Can we play the job seeker commercial for Mike Mediterranean?
I'm Mike Matarian, and I have over 15 years of operations leadership experience. I specialize in transforming organizations from struggling to world-class, leveraging the best out of people, process, and technology. I deliver results of making companies run better, faster, and cheaper. If you or anyone you know needs an operations leader, let's connect. Thank you for taking the time to get to know me.
All right, round of applause for Mike Mediterranean.
I like
and
those.
You said he's got a difficult last name, but you said it right.
Well, I think he said Mediterranean. I think it's Metarian.
Oh,
Mediterranean. I don't know. Look,
Mike, I'm surprised it didn't end up being that.
I like those videos, the edits, because it had that bar, right? But it wasn't the normal like little dot that bar. It was kind of a custom bar, so that looked nice.
Kind of tells you how
long
the
looked really
video's
nice.
going.
Yep.
So you know you're not wasting your time.
Techie.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so
before we move on, as always, right, guys, you are watching this. A lot of you are returnees, right? You've watched the show after show, so you know what I'm going to say. There's that little button down below.
Yes.
The little arrow, and it says share next to that. Go ahead and mash that button.
Yep.
Mash.
Send it out to your networks because, again, there's a lot of people in your networks that may be searching that you're not aware of. So let's get this information out there.
Hit that share button. Also, make sure you're hashtagging what you're searching for. If it's project management, IT, whatever it is, HR, put it as a hashtag in the comments because we do have an audience of recruiters who watch the show. They take a look at those hashtags, and we have had landing stories come out of that comment section. So make sure you're doing that. Also, if there's anybody that you think could value from watching this, whether it's a job seeker, a recruiter, a company that you're following, guys, tag them in the comments. That's like an invite, okay? So we would appreciate that as well. Let's give a couple quick shout outs and then we'll get straight to Scott. So Let's see who we got here. We got Gary. Gary, what's going on? Good to see you here with us.
Oh, David Mundy is on.
David
Mundy is on. Hey, David.
David,
hey,
I told
David.
you, man, we love you. We're praying for you guys. If we can just lift him up right now, he's going through some really, really hard, challenging times. And guys, keep David in your prayers.
David, Monica Chavez. Hey, Monica Chavez.
This just in. 2 people from HR. I didn't make HR this morning because I was on Career Launch Live. 2 people landed positions, and John LaMonica is going to let us know in the chat who that was. I just asked him to do that.
All right. Nice.
Awesome. All right, guys, let's get straight to it. We were having a little technical difficulties before the show, so hopefully everything's good. Well, we should have, hopefully, Scott. We got Scott?
Hey.
Scott
here,
Ferguson.
buddy.
There we go.
Sorry
Hey,
about
Scott.
the green screen back here. It's dealing with the whole green screen scenario. I'm working from the home today, man.
Man, you're good, man. You're good. You're looking good, man. You got the green screen, looking good.
Oh, man, it's green, too.
Guys, so we're super excited. We've got Scott Ferguson, who is the host of the Time to Shine Today podcast. I was actually on your podcast today.
You brought it, brother.
Man, I appreciate you having me on. So I'm excited to have you back on. I would really like to dive into your story. Like, tell me a little bit about how you got started. Why did you start a podcast, man? Where did this all start? Where did the idea come from?
Yeah, I appreciate you asking me, and thanks, guys, for having me on. I'm a big fan of you guys. So, hey, I was born during the Vietnam era in the Republic of the Philippines. And at that time, mixed breeds, my father was an American GI, my mom was Filipino, and my dad got her pregnant. He got killed in Nam. And at that time, they were taking bastard males away from their mothers.
Oh, man.
And so it's shipping them to Spain because it's a Spaniard-owned country. So from there, like an Air Force couple kind of adopted me, brought me back to the States, but they couldn't raise me. So they dropped me off in an orphanage. So I was at an orphanage for the young years of my life, and then eventually got adopted by a family in Detroit, Michigan, where I grew up. And they were fantastic for me. We all have our family issues and stuff, but they divorced like literally 5 months after I was adopted. So I kind of went from house to house, and I had dealt with all this abandonment issues, blah, 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 and ended up going in the service right out of high school. I mean, I was recruited by different colleges for different sports, but I ended up going to the service because they didn't really want to let me in with a 1.4 grade point average because I wasn't all that scholarly. From there,
don't feel bad.
I was in the Navy, 1990, 1997, did 6 deployments. Over to Iraq, Ramadi, Afghanistan, Somalia.
Thank you, Scott.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, guys.
Thank you for your service.
And from there, I just my story was kind of sought after by a couple different TV networks like Jenny Jones, Montel Williams, and stuff like that, because there's more to it that I haven't really shared, but I've dealt with a lot of abandonment issues. So 10 years ago, I started Time to Shine Today. Is our motto, our credo, our mission statement is we don't want anyone to feel like they have no one. So we're a conduit for people to come to, like a carousel connection, if you will, for people like send to you guys that are looking to level up their job search. Or I've had people come to me with suicide issues, PTSD, so I have people to put them on with. Coaches really to level up. I have about 55,000 subscribers to Time to Shine Today, and basically I can put them with the right coach to help them level up. I'm a real estate agent by my day job for 22 years, so I coach real estate agents across the United States. But that's my niche. That's where I stay. I don't try to coach people on mindset for different backgrounds, so I have coaches to bring them to. So that's where my kind of background, and basically I was blogging a lot and sending stuff out to my list. But then they're like, why don't you start a podcast? So December 19th of last year, started Time to Shine Today. I dropped episode 103 this evening, and we just went over 315,000 downloads, listens. So we got it going on in about 6 months.
Congratulations,
so
man.
That's my story of kind of growing the Time to Shine Today a little bit more. And I'm getting a lot of awesome listeners. I had the pleasure of bringing Trevor on today, who really brought the heat about, providing more value than in different areas. He said provide value in different areas, not just what you're specializing in. So I really appreciated Trevor's time today.
Yeah, you've got a great story, Scott. I mean, obviously, people that come through great adversity, right? Trial and adversity have so much to offer because they have those experiences that they've grown from. And obviously, you've taken that to the next level and just achieved this success. So that's awesome.
And Scott, we appreciate you sharing that. Everybody doesn't share. So, you care enough to share, and we appreciate that, man.
And I'm privileged that I'm actually speaking with the job father over there, man. You think I haven't did my little? I love the little.
That was a Trevor creation, and man, boom, it hit.
I love it. And no, I appreciate you saying I had the story, and people were coming after in 1995, 96, 97, and I just wasn't really ready to share it then. I'm coming up on 50 years old, so I'm ready to kind of share it a little bit out there and help as many people as I can.
Yeah, Scott, that's what I was going to say. I mean, and maybe tell me, do you feel the same way that, our scars, the things that we've gone through, our trials and tribulations, those stories and how we've overcome them.
Yeah.
Right? How we've overcome adversity and how we've overcome those challenges. Like, those are what help us to help other people, because it's funny when you're having a conversation with somebody who has gone through it or is going through it, it's like a weight off of them. They're like, oh man, I'm not alone.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Exactly.
And the enemy wants to make you feel like you're alone.
Yeah, he does.
And that you're the only one going through anything.
Cut you off.
But guess what? We're all going through something.
Yeah, we are.
Right.
We're all going through something.
That's part of being on the third rock from the sun.
That's it.
Absolutely.
So Scott, what you've been doing the podcast. It's obviously successful. It's taken off. What have been some of the biggest challenges as you were creating that? What are some of the biggest obstacles or challenges that you have overcome through that process?
It was always a paralysis analysis. I thought, about podcasting 2 years ago. I have a radio show here in South Florida called South Florida Real Estate Business and Lifestyle, where I interview movers and shakers here in Palm Beach. And I never wanted to do a podcast yet. So there was like a fear of getting out there, rolling it out there, getting in front of the people. And I have no problem interviewing people, guys, but it was just a little bit different in a more neutral setting. It's kind of intimate when it's just kind of a screen in front of you, in the sense of you don't want to mess it up, because I want to make everybody look like the best version of themselves. Where if you're in studio, I can kind of banter and go back and forth. But Trevor and I had 30 minutes today, and I wanted to make sure Trevor looked phenomenal. So there was fear, Trevor, within that of really leveling up and making sure that I could make my guests look the best they can. That was a huge challenge for me.
Okay.
Putting together content.
I never would have known that, because I do have to say I was extremely impressed of just how you formulated the interview and the questions that you asked me, and it was like rapid fire, but it was also well thought out.
Mm-hmm.
And you did it extremely well. And then he summed it all up at the end, so it's not like he had a time to think about that or prepare. He summed it all up and did make me look like $1 million at the end of that. I mean, he did. He summed up the entire interview, and I was like, dang. And it's not like he was taking notes.
Well, actually, you know what? Hold on a second, man. This is your interview. I had the notes, man. You know what I'm saying? So
he was taking notes. Okay.
Well, but
I'm just sneaky about it, and I always stand up when I'm doing my interviews. I'm interviewing people, so I can be way down there, scribbling on paper. Yeah. So.
But Scott, that's also great, because especially if you're helping people level up, like you said, a lot of that has to do with the conversation, right? The skills that people need to have, and even for us, right? People that are in career transition. Tell us a little bit about that and how that might help somebody who's in transition sell themselves.
You know what? Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I love your guys' concept, because now I have a strategic alliance to be able to send people to that are trying to level up their job search or trying to level up within their company. So yeah, there's certain mindsets, mind hacks, if you will, that I really believe in, and I teach and coach to my one-on-one clients with real estate agents. But having the platform that I have, guys, it's phenomenal to be able to get the word out to not only my squad of listeners, but the other people out there that I'm blessed that are actually listening in.
Yeah.
If that answered the question a little bit.
Yeah, I think that just, being able to present yourself in a certain way and be able to talk, right?
Yes, sir.
A very, if it's questions that you're asking, like Trevor, during your interview, you're talking about like being able to just off the cuff,
Mics
or
aren't
seem
working.
off the cuff. But I guess the point is that it probably was natural. That's what Trevor, I think, was getting at, that you were just, they were coming, right? You were asking questions, the conversation was very fluid, and just seemed natural. I think that's maybe one of the
You know what? With being military, I'm crazy overly prepared. So I sent Trevor out a list of questions that kind of wet his whistle, for lack of a better term. But then if you look at our questionnaire, I got about 40 different questions that I have to go off of.
I love it.
To wherever the conversation goes, I can pull up, because Trevor was all about service first. So I wanted to know, how we wanted his dash remembered. Remember that, Trevor? The dash, that little line in between his life date and his expiration date. I wanted to know how he wanted that, and he answered it with flying colors. Trevor's a living legacy. That's why I was so excited to really interview him.
Yeah, that was a great question. I'd never even thought about that question. The dash.
And then we got in our
between
Ferrari,
when you're born and when you die. What's that?
We got our DeLorean, Michael J. Fox, back to talk to the 22-year-old Trevor. Oh, man.
Yeah.
And what would he have told the 22-year-old Trevor?
Yeah.
He told him to think big, use visualization, right?
Yeah, I told the 22-year-old me to think big. Yeah, dream big, visualize.
Yeah.
Right? Because
Yeah.
I was dreaming small, and well, that's one of the questions I have for you is what's next for Scott Ferguson in the next 5 years?
Oh,
what
man.
are you dreaming, man? What are you thinking about next 5 years? What's coming?
I'm on stage in front of 10,000 people. I'm opening for Tony Robbins. I have him coming on my show October 18th. I got Gary Vee coming on in August. So I'm touching the people that I need to get in front of, and then show them the value that I can do a value add, and not asking for anything in return except for an opportunity. So I see that, and also getting my subscriber list in the next 5 years to 500,000 subscribers. I don't sell them anything directly, anything that I don't try myself. So I do a lot of product reviews on items, products that people will send me. I do a review and I send it out to my list. And if they buy it, I get paid a little bit. But I want to be an affiliate for the top-notch companies, and I will be an affiliate for the top-notch companies across the board, including your job networking show. I want to be one of the top recruiters for people that are looking to level up their life, and through good resumes, through job interviewing skills, and send them to you guys so they can level up.
I'm trying to, in my head, I'm trying to build a Florida connection. You may know Catherine McCord. I just got off of her career launch live. She's in Port St. Lucie. And I want to connect you guys on LinkedIn and let y'all take it from there. You may already know each other. Catherine knows everybody, and she's wonderful.
Yeah, she's PSL's a little bit north of us, but it's still we're all still the east side of Florida.
Yeah, I spent some time in West Palm Beach, quite a bit of time in West Palm Beach. So that's why I was yelling when you said that. And I spent a little bit of time in Port St. Lucie. It's different, but it's cool.
I live in Jupiter.
You're in Jupiter?
Yeah. I'm a little bit north of Palm Beach.
I drove through Jupiter. I didn't
stop. Golf heaven here. If you're a fan, Tiger Woods takes his kids to school by my house every morning. It's kind of like you see all the golfers, Rory McIlroy, Dustin Johnson, they all live here.
Oh, wow.
So it's like golf heaven.
Man, Scott, well, I know you had a hard stop at this time, so we really appreciate you, doing this and coming on here, man.
Yeah, brother.
It's been a pleasure, man, and you're welcome back anytime, seriously. And shout out to Casey Haston who put this together, by the way.
Oh yeah, Casey.
Casey knows everybody.
She is the connector. She just does that. So
Scott, I'm gonna reach out to you, bro. I feel you, man. I gotta reach out to you.
Hey, how come that beautiful redhead there didn't ask any questions?
Carla, we're going to have her share with us soon. So thanks, Scott.
Carla's making us look good today.
Trevor,
Thanks so much.
appreciate you, brother.
All right, man. Appreciate you. We'll
Yeah,
talk soon.
appreciate you, Scott.
Bye.
All right, guys. So let's go to the audience real quick. So I know we had some technical difficulties there. Hopefully, you guys can hear me now. Tell me in the comments. Can you hear us? Are our mics coming in clear? Everything's good. We had some technical difficulty. That's live. Hey guys, that's the benefit of live. This is live.
Yeah, we're live.
You get to see it.
Yeah.
When we crash and burn, you get to see it in real time. It's awesome.
And we crash and burn it.
I don't think it was that bad. Holly just said that your mic was low, so that was all.
Oh, my mic was low?
Oh, okay.
No, my mic was off.
Oh, it was off. Okay.
Holly, can you hear mine?
You guys good? Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Thankfully, you just talk loud.
Yeah, I'm just a loud kind of guy.
Yeah, we both are.
So, okay, good. So, Kathy
do we got?
Bayfield, she says yes. Michael Britton, hey, what's up, Michael? Jason Hopper, he says kind of able to hear you.
Hey, I just had a conversation with Michael Brittain. I think it's Brittain. Is it Brittain?
Britain?
Britain? Is it Britain?
I don't know.
Sorry, Michael.
Mike,
But,
jacking that.
I have to commend you, you guys. If you need some inspiration, if you need somebody to be an accountability partner, Michael is somebody that you need to connect with. He's, I believe, here in the comments. He is doing exactly what we teach, right? He's leveraging the technologies. He's just taking the ball and running with it. So kudos to you, Michael. And for those of you that are in the comments and watching the show, if you're in career transition, you need some inspiration, talk with Michael.
So let me guess, you got his 4th of July email?
Yeah.
Yep,
we set up a conversation today.
Yeah, there you go. So, okay, guys, I just want to let you know. He sent out a 4th of July email, very creative, using BombBomb. I mean, this thing was on point. Let me tell you, I create a lot of BombBomb emails, and this one was, it was up there. It was really, really professionally done. Had the 4th of July banner with like fireworks and all that in the video, and he had my name on the whiteboard, or actually it was like on a little screen.
Yeah,
Like
so he used an iPad.
An iPad, so
And
he had my name on
used
the
the
iPad.
PowerPoint, so there was a graphic.
Yeah, so he had it. He had that thing like illuminating, so it was getting my attention with my name on it. And so I play it, and then as soon as I play the video, he's talking to me, and I'm you know, everything's good, and then he's got a call to action at the bottom with a phone call, so you can schedule a call, and it's all built in nice and neat. So he did exactly what he's supposed to do. So round of applause for Michael.
And it worked, yeah. Round of applause for Michael. Yep, it totally worked.
And guys, what I want you to know is that some of this stuff we're talking about, it may seem like difficult, and it may be for you. Maybe you're learning a new technology and stuff, but there are other job seekers who are doing it well. So go plug with them. Go start an accountability group. Go connect with those people. Connect with Michael. Say, hey, can you spend 5 minutes with me? I bet he will. He's a pretty cool dude. I bet he will. He better.
Wow.
Just throwing him under the bus now.
We got story after story. You guys saw the video.
Yeah, 100%. All right, who else we got here? Tim, what's going on, Tim? We got Gary. So y'all notice how I don't do last names?
Joe Delatorre.
Y'all notice how I don't do last names,
he
right?
can't do last. He can barely do first names. So,
Yeah, shouldn't have. No, I got first names down. We got Gary.
Vanetta Fleming.
We got John. See, I could do, Sparenberg. I know your last name.
Jeff Mason. Jeff Mason wrote, I've never seen Mark in jeans.
Hey.
All right,
I
Shelly
have a couple
Casino.
pairs.
All right. I talk about Shelly all the time. Shelly's been around a long time. Not as long as me in the dinosaurs, but Shelly been around a long time. If you're in IT, you need to connect with Shelly Casino.
So Michael says he absolutely will. See, y'all connect with Michael. He'll teach you the secrets to the bomb, okay? He's going to teach you what's up, okay? All right, guys. So we appreciate you. Let's just dive on in. Carla, what's up, Carla Davie in the house?
Davies.
Carla Davie is. Carla Davie is.
No S.
Carla Davie
No
is.
S, y'all.
Carla Davie is talent acquisition manager for Slalom, Fort Worth.
Yes.
Excited.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
How are you?
Thanks
I'm
for coming.
great. I'm excited to be out of the house.
You were born to be in that chair.
I may
that
take it
chair,
back with me.
That's you, too.
Yeah. It's a great,
It's a
great
pink
look.
chair.
Yeah.
Who knew?
Is it comfy?
It's very comfortable. I'm liking your pink chair.
So you just got back from Florida, right?
I did. I actually have been to Jupiter. I spent some time in Jupiter.
Wow.
Okay.
I know.
I drove through and you stayed.
I did stay.
Wow.
Jupiter's beautiful.
Jupiter is pretty.
Now, before
Oh.
we go any
Yes.
further, I know you and I have talked about this. Slalom, my brother-in-law has worked for Slalom for years now. I think maybe 5 years or so, maybe 6 years.
Huh.
So he's business intelligence, solutions architect, works in Addison, out of the Addison office.
Yes.
And then you and I spoke. We had an informational interview and we talked.
Yep.
We have a mutual connection that we were trying to get in touch with. And so I put 2 and 2 together. I'm like, Slalom. And I think I asked you at the time, but then I looked and it is the same Slalom. So
It is.
such a small world.
It is a small world. It is. And as I was sharing with you when we were just talking a few minutes ago, Fort Worth office just opened up in January. So they just did the split. And I actually started with them at the end of February, just right before COVID hit. And we all started working from home. But
we had an interesting conversation when COVID hit. I just got this job and now it's COVID.
That's a lot of people.
You and the job father have known each other for
Yeah,
years.
we've known each other for a while.
For years, yes.
I learned from Carla. I ask her. I ask her all kind of questions. We go to BJ's and we talk about stuff.
Carla, how long have you been in HR recruiting and talent acquisition?
I have been doing this for over 20 years.
Oh, Lord.
I leave it at 20.
Leave it at 20?
Cut it off.
I just cut it off at 20.
Stop counting.
Or else I have to become like the job father.
The job father.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I
Oh,
leave it
Lord.
You don't want to be the job mama?
I don't want to be
No?
the job mama.
I don't know.
No, that does sound terrible.
That was an evil laugh, wasn't it? Y'all, that was pretty good.
Was that bad?
That was bad. That was a nice guy.
How did you get started? How did you get started in HR, talent acquisition?
Honestly, I got started in HR here in Dallas, in hotels. And
Hotels? Okay.
I just happened to be in the right place at the right time, and I didn't major in it or anything else. It was just someone said, hey, I think HR would be a great thing for you to consider. I said, well, okay. Sounds interesting.
Yeah.
And
Sometimes it's kind of easy to get in HR. Isn't it?
Yeah. I had no idea what I was doing. And hotels is a great place to figure that out.
It really is.
Because trial and error, they kind of give you some leeway. And there's enough people in HR typically, so you're allowed that leeway. And so I learned and then moved to a larger hotel company when I moved out east, and then got my own hotel. So I got promoted up and then figured out that I needed to figure out what I didn't know.
Sure.
Well, Starwood Lodging Corporation had actually come in and had bought the hotel company that I worked for. And so when suddenly you have a big giant come in, you figure out that there's a lot you don't know.
Oh, yeah.
And so I was like, okay, I need to get on the corporate side. So I took a corporate job.
For the audience that maybe doesn't know about Slalom, right? Tell us a little bit about the company. What is Slalom? Tell me about that.
Yeah.
Slalom is actually a strategic consulting company that actually focuses on both technology side, but also business consulting. So it actually has a number of different areas that we focus on. So it has a business advisory services arm that can focus on everything from your truly HR related areas to your operations, business, strategic consulting areas. Then you go into your technology areas as well. So we compete against the big four.
You guys are international. You guys got UK and wherever else.
Oh, yeah.
So we actually have 37 offices now.
I like that because we're a international network.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have 37 offices, about 8,600 employees now, and 1.6 billion.
Wow.
So,
Okay. Big old
So-
company.
Them big numbers.
We're privately held. And
Okay.
so that's the nice part.
Oh, that is good. I like that. So you're not, a stock-owned company.
It's all employee owned.
That's lovely.
Employee owned. There
That's
you go.
amazing.
Yep.
Mutual company. That's great. So okay, So you've been doing this quite for some time. Tell us
Yes.
what are like the biggest mistakes that you're seeing right now that job seekers are doing. Anything particular that they keep doing repetitively?
They forget that they need to network right now.
Yeah.
Really?
Really?
Not my network.
Say that
Yeah.
again.
No, not these job seekers.
No, I mean, they feel like because the market isn't active and that there's not as many opportunities, that they don't need to work their network the same way as when there's tons of jobs that are open. And so they become complacent. And they need to be working the network as much, if not more,
Exactly.
right now.
Okay, so that reminds me of a story, and I'm going to butcher this. So if anybody that's heard this story before, bear with me. A guy goes to a foreign country, and he's a shoe salesman, right? And two people do, right? The first one goes, and nobody's wearing any shoes, so he comes back and he reports. He's like, man, nobody wears shoes over there. Like, we can't sell it. Like, nobody wears shoes. The second guy comes back and reports, oh my gosh, we need to move over there. We need to build a factory. Like, nobody's wearing shoes. It's the biggest opportunity, right? Because nobody wears the shoe.
Yeah.
So everybody needs shoes.
Right.
Right? So, like, it's a perception. So right now, thinking about, oh, these companies aren't hiring and things like that, it's the same thing. It's all about mindset. Either the glass is half empty or half full. We were talking about that earlier.
Yes. Yes. Well, and as a recruiter right now, I am building my pipeline. So I'm talking with a ton of candidates, even though I will not have any opportunities until 2021. So I won't have anything until at least January.
Yeah.
But right now,
Fish dog, did you hear that?
I'm doing everything I can to build my network and talk to as many candidates as I can to be able to get to know people and to be able to fill my buckets, as I like to call them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Even though they may have already been hired, and that's okay for me.
That's
because
okay.
That's challenging. So what the ultimate goal would be like to have these people essentially signed in advance. Can companies do that or no?
Some can. Some can not this far in advance. Most wouldn't.
Yeah, that's a little far. But like maybe a couple months? What about a couple months?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah?
For sure.
Like, hey, we're going to hire you, but we can't hire you till like October.
Sure.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, the other key thing that you've said, which, this you guys really need to pay attention to, because networking is an ongoing thing and there is lead time, right? So it's not like you can just jump in, right? And just hit the ground running. It doesn't work that way. It's relationships, Foster.
It is.
It's relationships, and it's about building those relationships, and that takes time.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's probably 6 months lead time. So if you're 6 months out from those positions, like, people need to start building that relationship with you right now.
Absolutely.
And it's not like, guys, it's not like the market is not moving. We had 13 job landings last week. Just saying.
Well, and for us, I mean, this is obviously throughout our entire organization, we had already surpassed our Q2 numbers by when COVID hit. We had already, and that was obviously March. I mean, so we were at the beginning of Q2. We had already surpassed the end of Q2 numbers. So,
there's
that was over 1,000 people, by the way.
we see that a lot right now. A lot of businesses are up right now. There are businesses that are suffering, but there's a lot of numbers that
there's a lot of
high.
them.
Like Mark and I, we've just been super busy since this whole thing's going on. Like our business is up, things have been busy, and I think it's because people are like forced almost to take a second and see what's coming at them. I mean, we were so busy. Life is so busy, right? And now everything's kind of slowed down, and we have an opportunity now to like reflect and prioritize. And I think people are, which is a good thing. People are prioritizing certain things. Now, whether it's the right things or the wrong things, we don't know. But I think that they are. They got to do something with their time.
Yeah.
Well, and the unfortunates are that you have some companies like American that just did a major layoff of their management staff, and so I've been doing a lot of work with those people in terms of helping them with resumes and trying to help them, because some of these people have been at American for 20 plus years.
Yeah.
And so they haven't had to think about what do I do?
Yeah.
So you guys should be seeing a lot of them.
Oh, no, that's what we see every day. Send them all over here.
Yep.
Look, we know how to handle that. Look, for y'all in the audience right now, I would like to hear. Just bear with me. Put it in the comments. Tell me, how many years were you at your previous company? That's all I want to know. Tell me, 5,
We'll be
10,
surprised
15, 20.
because after 2008, it kind of changed the face of what we're looking at. And we still, Carla and I still, and all of us, talk to people. I've got a lady that's been on her job for 41 years. She just got laid off 2 months ago.
How, 41?
41 years.
Oh,
how are you going to lay off somebody who's been at your company for 41 years?
I will
First
tell
and
you.
foremost. Shame on
You
them.
just retire them.
Yeah.
You give them a package and,
But I will tell you, this is what's happening
Hey,
now.
Sandy.
And I had a woman who was in tears. And,
Whoa.
And it's very, I mean, my heart was broken for her.
Yeah, I get a lot of tears.
And I just say Elizabeth Kubler-Ross had it right.
Uh-huh.
You just go through your 7 stages
of grief.
And it's the same for job loss as it is for, losing someone that you loved, because when you've been at a job for that long, you
spend more time there
part
than
of
you
your
do at
identity.
home.
I mean, it's like you've lost someone that
So
you
we
loved.
just got
Yes.
we just got the results are in and they're pouring
Yes.
in. So William Grant, what's up, Bill? Good to see you. 22 plus. Denise 30. 7 for Randall. Philip was previous was 7. Courtney 15. Melody 21. I mean,
41.
Yeah,
Melody.
I mean,
7,
14 and a half.
Yeah, Denise,
I mean, it's hard to see these numbers, but it is what's happening right now.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where some of these people have not done the networking because it's something that they just haven't had to do. So it's something that they're out of practice in.
Oh, heck
so it's you guys being able to teach them again how to work their LinkedIn. How do you update your LinkedIn? Because they're the profiles that just say, here's my last job, and it's the job title.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Well, it's constantly
With no
evolving and
picture.
changing too, and that's the thing about it. Like just yesterday, LinkedIn did an update. Okay, they do it like almost once a week. There's something new coming out. They're testing stuff, and they had a new feature in there, which was where you can, like a voicemail, say your name to pronounce your name. So like if you had a name that's hard to pronounce.
Seriously?
Yep.
Yeah.
So
That'd be
then you
great.
could go to somebody's profile. You go to somebody's profile and you click it, and it's like Trevor Houston, like so people know how to say it. Because there are some people their name might be a little more difficult.
You mean I don't have to
Yeah.
apologize now?
You totally need that.
I need that
You
one.
totally need that.
Because I'm like,
Every recruiter
Trevor and
needs that.
Siri get it wrong. Oh my
Every
God, Siri.
recruiter needs
Oh
that.
yeah, every recruiter.
I
does,
always
yeah.
just say, before I ruin your last name,
yeah.
I would
Tell
like
me
to
now.
apologize in advance.
See, you can't do
so
that
that
now.
you can
They
actually just
LinkedIn just took that from you. You can't apologize in advance because then they'd be like, well, why didn't you look at my profile?
Denise
Well, I will have
Beckman
looked
is
at the
30
profile.
years. Denise, I would like to.
Why didn't you click
I'd
the
like
button?
to talk to you about what you did when you first
I will
started.
click
that
said
job.
button and phonetically spell it out.
So what are
Yes.
you probably get people that are coming into, because we talked about this too pre-show, you're getting consultants who are experts in HR, experts in technology, experts in business, right? So you're getting people that are coming maybe out of a corporate environment that are experts in and of their own rights, and they're coming in now as a consultant role for Slalom to other companies. Is that primarily the folks that you hire or you're looking to hire? Or
Some.
where are you getting your people from?
A lot of them we're getting from Big Four,
Big Four, okay.
just because they've actually been in a consulting position or another consulting firm. Then we actually have some who are practitioners who've actually gone in back, they've been in consulting, they went into a practitioner role, and then they're looking to get back into consulting.
Okay.
They just wanted to get off the road.
Right.
Was mainly the big thing.
But you know what that sounds like to me? That sounds like people that have had experience. You and I talk about this quite a bit. We always say this flippant statement. Oh, they're just trying to hire the young ones and the millennials get all the jobs. Now, did you guys just hear what Carla just said? What she just said includes years of experience. Your company, the majority of what you guys hire, I bet, are years of experience, expertise, guys, years in a certain thing. So the job market should not have us going.
Well, and that's, I think, what I was driving at, the point being that there's a lot of people who they kind of stagnate, they go through the stages of grief, they are, identified with their job title or position because we associate ourselves, right, our identity so much with our work.
Sure.
But there's tremendous opportunity there, and that's why I asked, because you probably get people who they never anticipated maybe going into a consultant role.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
And I'll talk to those people every single day, and they'll say, I really want to be a consultant. And if I feel like they can move into a consulting role, I'll tell them. And I'm also that recruiter who, if I feel like they can't make that transition, I'll tell them that too. And then I'll tell them, how can I help you in your job search? I have over 15,000 people in my LinkedIn.
Yeah.
How can I help you?
I love that we're bringing that up because that leads me to my next question.
Yes.
All right, you said they need help with networking.
Yes.
Okay, that's the biggest mistake or the thing that they have the challenge with. So, on your LinkedIn, you do have a big following. Are you getting bombarded on LinkedIn by job seekers?
Yes.
And what are they doing? Like, how are they doing this? Like, how are they trying to approach you? What's the approach like?
It's a hit and a miss. Some actually will approach me saying, you know, I met you at XYZ, would love to be able to connect with you, or
like it.
So there's that, which is a great approach. There's some that actually will say, you know, would love to be able to connect, would love to get some advice on X, Y, or Z, and can be very specific. Others,
Just connect.
Just hit the button.
And I'm like, okay, well, where are you in the world? You know, I mean, where are you in this world? I mean, do I have any office in this area of the country, or in this area of the world? Yes, no, maybe. And that's my biggest question: is okay, why would you connect with me?
What are you looking for? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And if I have an office in that area of the world, I'll accept it. If I don't have an office in that area of the world, I don't know why I would connect with you.
Yeah, guys, it's all about time, right? Like, time is the one constant that we all have, the one thing that we can't get any more of. Okay, and so she's getting all these people bombarding her on LinkedIn, and it's a matter of, okay, I know she wants to help. She's got a spirit heart, but where is she going to spend her time? She can't necessarily go through every single person, 15,000 people. That's your connection base. I know you have more than that are trying to connect with you. So she's getting tons, she's getting bombarded. So guys, this is what I teach in the summit. Recruiters, talent acquisition, these folks, they get bombarded on LinkedIn. And it can almost feel spammy on their end. And you have to have a good approach. You have to do it in the right way, right?
And if somebody asks me to help them, I'm happy to help them. I mean, it's like I said, if I'm talking with somebody who isn't a fit for a job that I have, how can I help you? I mean, I'll turn it into that.
Sure.
Yeah. Maybe one of your friends hires for that kind of background.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll network them into whatever other company that there is.
She'll send them to me a lot of times.
How has that changed, like the connections, people that are coming into your pipeline, right? Because you said you're building some of that, so you're probably fairly active. Since February, March, since the shutdown, the layoffs, have you seen an uptick? And
It has, absolutely.
Okay.
And I mean, I've done a number of different events, speaking, and
Yeah, we've had
So-
you out at our events,
yes,
Yep.
and I've done some for vets, et cetera. And so I've done a lot of different types of things trying to help people who have been downsized or job seeking. And so I get all of those people that are reaching out. And so it's, okay, well, how can I help you? And how can I help you network?
sure.
And so it's whether it be helping them with their resume, helping them then after we get their resume done into some better place, because sometimes it can't be perfected.
Right.
We just can't get it to perfection because it has to still be them. And it has to be theirs, and they have to own it and feel comfortable with it. And then it's, okay, well now what company? What company are you interested in? Kind of like what they talk about at South Lake Focus Group. What are your top companies? Okay, what are those? If you don't see an opportunity that's at that company, fine. Who do you know that could be at that company? Let's go through that. If you don't know them, do I know somebody who could be at one of those companies? Okay, so let's start going through that. And I'm happy to be an open networker for those companies. And for
I love that. I love that. I mean, see, going back to building the relationship, right? Like taking the time, doesn't take a lot of time, but just some time, right? To build the relationship, to network with you. And that's what networking is about, right? To build the relationship with people that you don't know, or be referred to somebody that you don't know, and build the relationship. So you're very involved with a lot of the associations, right? I mean, And on your LinkedIn,
Yeah.
right? You've got them on your LinkedIn.
Yeah.
So you know tons of people that you can refer people to.
Well, and I try to do that. I mean, that's how I got my job. You know, I mean, it's
Yeah,
like
it
you
is.
just try to you try to do things. You know, when you've been downsized, people do that for you. You try to give back at the same time. You know, when I was going into slalom, I mean, I reached out to one of my old bosses from Cincinnati, who happens to work for slalom out in San Francisco. And so it's a very small world. And so, but then it was like, okay, well, let me see what I can do from that side and be able to utilize my network. But at the same time, applied through LinkedIn and then found the recruiter. And then sent the recruiter a direct email. And so it was just try every avenue that you can to be able to network yourself in.
Yeah, you got to get the attention, and you got to do it in the right way. And I see some of the comments that are coming in here, so I know we only got a couple more minutes. I want to give a couple shout-outs. And I saw, let me see if I can scroll back to it. Who was it in here? Let's see. Sam Courtney. So he had mentioned, let's see, let me get back to it. Even with a good approach, Trevor has suggested, I still get no replies. So, Sam, I want to talk to you offline, man. I want to see if we can help you with that because
dig into that.
Yeah, I want to dig into it. I want to see how we're doing this, how many we're doing. If is it an introduction? Are you getting a warm handoff? Is it we're going at the messages on LinkedIn, or are we commenting on people's content? Like, how are we getting a hold of these people? Are we sending them a direct email? So we'll figure that out. We'll sit down and we'll see if we can have a conversation. Let's see who else we got. Of course, Meg Rose is with us. Mike Mentarian.
Alex Kryman.
Quick shout out. I actually got a text from Greg. Greg, if you're still watching, Greg Basir. Came through the network a little while back, but he just texted me. He does need some prayers because he did get furloughed and the layoff is now been permanent or made permanent today. And he's only got some benefits till the end of July, end of this month. So, prayers for you, Greg, everybody in the network. Keep Greg in your prayers. He's an engineer, so if you want, connect with him. Greg, if you want to put your information in the comments so people can connect with you. Shout out to you, though. Thanks for texting.
Definitely.
Greg, keep your chin up, brother.
All right, guys, before we go, all right, I want you to go ahead and make sure you're hashtagging what you're searching for. Again, I was watching the comments here. There's a lot of people that are hiring here in this. So if you're hiring, if you're a company right now and you're hiring, or you're a recruiter, or maybe even a career coach, just put hashtag now hiring. We want to hear from you. Like the job seekers need to know who's in this, who's in the content comment feed. Make sure that you are tagging anyone that you can think of. Actually, you know what? Time out. The first person that comes to mind right now, whether it's a job seeker, recruiter, anybody that you think could benefit from watching this show, one person. I just want one person. I want you to tag them right this very second. That's an invite, right? And they're going to see that, hey, you know what? You got the shout out, right here on the show. So do that. Tag one person, and then, as Mark always says, mash that share button.
Yep, go on and mash it.
Go on and mash that share button.
I like that.
That's so Southern.
I got that from my buddy in the Air Force. He was from Tennessee.
He's from Tennessee. That's right.
Seems appropriate.
All right, I see the hashtags coming in. John Sparenberg says hashtag IT. Greg says hashtag sales and accountant management. Let's see, who else? Clayton, hashtag electro mechanical engineer. That's a long hashtag.
Clayton's sharp. You guys need, if you hadn't talked to Clayton, you guys need to link in with Clayton.
I see one person tagged. So, Chinette, is it Chinette? Chinette.
Yeah, I see Carrie
got
Edwards.
That tag. There you go.
Carrie Edwards. Let's see, William Dillard. Deborah. It's going so fast. Deborah Madaw. Probably messed that up. Madaw.
Hey, Deborah.
Tanner
Hey,
Swanner. Jennifer Quinn.
Jen Quinn.
Wayne Sparks. Aaron McAllister. Man, they're just flying in. Thanks, guys. We really do appreciate you. And Carla, thank you so much for being here with us.
Carla.
Happy to be here.
You guys always ask me,
for having me.
Foster, how many good recruiters do you know? There's one.
Thank you.
Here you go. I need you to do that. And I need you to do that.
Yep.
And then here, Mark, you do that.
Yep, we'll do one.
All right, guys, that's the show.
It's all about who you know.
Bye.
Bye-bye.